clownfish, wrasses, mushroom coral, certain types of cardinals, slugs, reed frogs, yellow-bellied water snakes. Hi, YouTube. This is Big Rob, the unapologetic polygamist, coming back at you. I want to talk a few minutes about this thing that's going on in the country right now that's really big, talking about trans individuals and individuals who identify with pronouns. The items that I just mentioned to you are the only ones I could find, but I know there's many more, of species or plant life, what have you, that are basically either genderless or have the ability to switch their genders on call. There are many other species. Those are just some that I looked up and were able to find. Strangely, human beings are not a part of that whole thing. Why is this? Well, a lot of people disagree with me, so be it. But whether you believe in that God chose to give you the sexual organs you were birthed with, or if you're one of these folks that don't believe in God and have the idea that somehow or another you came out of primordial ooze or evolved from monkeys or whatever, you know, it is, and you were just deemed these items, the fact is there's a difference between gender and sex, okay? Sex is a motivating term, more mechanical, where gender is just basically what you are. Now, I really don't care if you identify as a pineapple. It really doesn't matter to me either way. You feel comfortable, you know, identifying something, you know, other than what you actually were born as, so be it. You know, my issue comes into one. We have now well, as everybody knows, we now have Bruce Jenner, who is now Caitlyn Jenner, where we've basically seen an American Olympic hero basically go into the point of lunacy. I would not be surprised if a few years down the road we don't find out he committed suicide and stuff, which, by the way, seems to be a going trend in these communities. Sadly, that kind of pushes it toward a mental issue, but we're not going to get into that right now. But along with this, we also have a woman, I'm going to mess up her last name, a woman by the name of Rachel, is it Dolezal, who was the young lady, Anglo woman that was working with the NAACP and worked with them for many years, did a lot of great work, but was promoting herself as a black person. Now she's coming out in a book or something, you know, going around telling everybody she's trans black. You know, I am Hispanic. I am not trans Hispanic. I think in my own mind here, and maybe I'm off kilter here, but I think that if I was black, I'd be kind of pissed off. Rachel's a white girl, and she, even though I have my own views of slavery and all, you know, the history of all that, there's no way I personally, as a man, as a Hispanic that looks Caucasian, can relate to being black. So how the hell she thinks she can do that is completely is out of this world. And to say that she is suddenly she's trans black, she identifies as being black, I'd love to know exactly where she's identifying herself as being black. Last time I checked, most black people in this country, and if you're black and you're hearing this, you hopefully will agree with me. Most black people are black 24/7, 365 days a year. They can't take a vacation and not be black today. Okay, they can't say, oh, hey, this is the third Friday of the month, I think I won't be black. Okay? Rachel, on the other hand, well, not so much. She's got the ability to go either way. So, that's just ludicrous. Okay? But you got this whole trans thing. Well, now we got also these folks that are wanting us to, that they're going by their pronouns. Now, the issue I have with this is not that they have pronouns. Again, I really don't care. The issue I have with this is most of the individuals I'm seeing talking about this, including people on the news and in articles, say that we as an American population must respect other folks' pronouns. Now, I don't know where you guys were raised or how you guys were raised, but the way I was raised, respect is not just given, it is earned. And I'm sorry, but you can't demand that I respect that you be something that I know you're not, or that I see or perceive that you're not, if you're not willing to give me a justifiable reason beyond it hurts your little sensitive feelers. Okay? There is a reason, whether we like it or not, why boys have outies and women have innies. There's a reason for that. Okay? The fact that you choose to give yourself a butch haircut or choose to tape your junk to your leg doesn't change the fact that you were born a certain gender. That is what it is. Okay? Now, you want to go through the world, you know, living this imaginary thing that you're something else? Whatever. I don't care. Okay? You truly believe you were born in the wrong body? You know what? Take it up with the big G, or take it up with the primordial ooze. Whichever one you decide you come out of. Still states the fact that you were given a certain amount of plumbing in a certain fashion for a certain reason, and that is your gender. Okay? The fact that you demand that the entire country, or the world for that matter, respect you because of it is not something that's going to happen real well. And then to turn around and play a victim because of it is even more retarded. Let's add in this whole debate about genderless bathrooms. Now, I honestly don't care. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I go into a restroom at a restaurant, or a restroom at a truck stop or something. You know what? Honestly, I'm there to do my business. Now, if some young lady wants to sit in the stall next to me while I'm squeezing off a loaf, that's her problem. I could care less. I have personally never walked into a bathroom going around trying to make eye contact to check out to see who is standing next to me or sitting next to me, asking them questions to see if they are a man or woman. What I find disturbing is that this has become a political talking point. Okay? It's not like nationwide there was a rash of trans people going into bathrooms that were suddenly being tossed around or beat up. Okay? This isn't like the 60s, 70s, and 80s when people were going around beating up homosexuals just to get their jollies on. Okay? We're in 2017 here. Most people really don't give a damn. And the fact is, if you're going in the bathroom making that much eye contact, I'd be more worried about you than I would the other person. Okay? So I really question the validity on why this is becoming such a major talking point. And I'd also like to bring up the fact that everybody still is talking about why Trump? Why Trump? Why do we have this president? These kind of topics are why we have Trump. You have pushed and pushed and pushed. You've got the religious right, and you've even got a lot of moderates that are in the center. You guys have woken up the sleeping lion, okay? The fact is, there's only so much bending you're going to get. And the reality is, you're getting flashback. You can't shake a hornet's nest and not expect not to be stung. I also bring into question the fact that while we're going through all these debates about equality, which is not really equality, because here's the thing. If you want equality, but then you turn around and ask to be treated as a special individual, a special person or special group, that's not equal. Equal means everybody gets the same thing all the time. Now, if you want to talk about some usable or some equitable fairness, okay, we can talk about that. But even then, you're never going to be straight across the board equal. But to go off and request that your little group be the subject of topic for political debate, you've just removed your equality right there. Okay? I'm going to have some discussions on feminism. I'm going to have some discussions on a lot of these things that a lot of these what are called social justice warriors are bringing up now. Okay, it's funny to me that we're going through all these havocs, and all these people that are out there demanding that they be recognized. And the fact is, they're not coming up with any kind of reasoning beyond we just want it. Okay, I'll stand behind you, but you got to give me a reason. But you go around demanding that I respect your pronoun, or I respect that you are who you say you are, even though I know you're not. It's probably not going to happen. Okay, I'm a reasonable person. I deal with logic and I deal with reasoning. I have no problem with how other people live, but you're not going to demand that I sit there and support you just because. Okay, I'm a polygamist. I don't expect everybody to like it. Most people really don't. Most people are uneducated about it, don't understand the lifestyle, the reasoning, or why people do it. Most people don't even realize how many of us there are. Okay? This is no different than these pronoun folks. The difference is we're not going through the streets demanding that everybody accept us. We're not going through the streets demanding that everybody recognize us. In fact, we'd much rather you just go on your merry way and leave us the hell alone. It's kind of how we are. We got families to take care of. We got kids to raise. We got jobs to go to. That's about where it is. So in reality, we really need to look at how we're going about a lot of this. Okay? Pronouns, I don't care. You are what you are. Now, if you want to live in an imaginary world and act like you aren't, I'd be more worried about why you're so offended at being what you were born as. That's what I'd be curious about. Instead of demanding everybody change with whatever whim you have. In fact, there's even been a few videos that I have actually watched where, my God, they were, let's see here, they were straight, then they were gay, then they were lesbian, then they went to non-binary, then they went to something else. I mean, they changed like 5 or 6 times. Holy shit, you know what? Where I come from, that's called confused. That relates itself with mental illness. Choose a team and stick with it, okay? Kind of hard for you to demand that I respect your pronoun when you don't even know who the hell you are. How can I respect who you are when you don't even know who you are? Why don't you figure out who you are and then come back and let us know, and then we'll talk about it. That's the way the world is changing, folks. You want to be transsexual, you want to be homosexual, you want to be straight, you want to be whatever it is you want to be, non-binary, I don't care. But understand that you can't demand that everybody just accepts you for who you are, and you can't play victim all the time. Toughen up, folks. This is the way the world is. This is the way the real world is. You don't get anybody to accept you because you demand it. All you cause is chaos. That's it. To the rest of you, especially those of you who are of color, my people, La Raza, and to all those friends of mine or folks that are watching that may happen to be black, and I say black, I don't say African American. Unless your ass came from Africa, you ain't African American, you're black. Okay, to the rest of you, I'd be a little pissed off about old Rachel. Okay, she's stealing your thunder. She's stealing our thunder. Okay, woman's as white as the Appalachian Mountains in the middle of winter, and you know, come on. She don't know. She don't know. That's who I'd be mad at. Okay, just a couple of minutes of my thoughts yet again. See what else I can come up to complain about. This is the Unapologetic Polygamist, Big Rob. See you next time.